In this video, I'm going to cover an article by Jerica M. Berge about intergenerational transmission of parent encouragement to diet from adolescence into adulthood. So first, let's talk a little bit about what that means. There are previous studies that have shown that when children are adolescents, if their parents talk to them about dieting, talk to them about weight, talk about their weight, talk about other family members' weights around these teenage kids, that when these teenagers become adults, they have a lower health-related quality of life. They have an overweight status. In general, they have lower body satisfaction. They just don't like their bodies. So this has been shown in the past. They've also shown that there's a higher rate of dieting, binge eating, being obese or overweight, as well as very unhealthy weight control measures. What previous studies have not looked at is if parents encourage dieting or weight loss or discussing of weight when children are adolescents. When these children become parents, do they do the same thing to their kids? So this is that transmission to the next generation. And so what this study did, and this is the first study that has done this, is they took people in the Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota areas. And they started this in 1998, 1999, where the adolescents were about 14, 15 years old. And then they finished the study in 2015, 2016, where the parents or the people in this study were now in their early 30s, about 31, and had children that were 2 years or older of age. And the reason they chose 2 years old is because parents talk to their children about weight. It's been found as early as 2 years. So what they wanted to see is, do these parents do the same thing to their kids that was done to them, talking about weight, talking about losing weight? And what they found is there's a higher risk of engaging in this encouragement. They talk about children's weight more often. They complain about their own weight more often with their children around. They are more focused on weight communication, talking about weight when the family's around. And it's not just direct communication that kids pick up on, but it's also parental modeling of how they talk about themselves, how they eat, what they end up doing. So what this study found is that teenagers, adolescents that hear their parents discuss weight or are told to lose weight, encouraged to diet, grow up and do the same thing to their kids. Now, there can be various reasons why parents encourage dieting or stress about food. It could be concerns about their child's health. It could be worry that those children are going to be teased. It could be cultural norms, reactions to a doctor visit, or it could be something that is unconscious. But this study showed that they go ahead and grow up and pass it on and do the same thing to their children. The strength of this study is this is a longitudinal study over about 15 to 17 years. So this shows what happens not only as adolescents, but when they're in their 20s, when they are growing up, how they respond to their bodies, how they feel, what they do, and then what they do when they have children that are older than 2. One of the limitations of this study is it found that discussion of weight in 1998 with adolescents was more common in low socioeconomic households. The other limitation is this is self-reported. So people are reporting their BMI themselves, which may or may not be accurate. And because of the self-reporting and because of the fact that they found that this happened more in low socioeconomic status, that this may be something that can't be generalizable. So what I get out of this is let's talk about our bodies in a healthy way. Let's talk about our children's bodies in a healthy way. Don't encourage our kids to forsake food for themselves. Don't talk about their weight. And let's just be healthy around our kids and healthy around our food. Thanks so much.